Good morning. Let's read from Yah Scriptures, 2 Samuel chapter 14. And Joab, son of Zeruiah, knew that the heart of the king was towards Absalom. And Joab sent to Tekoa and brought from there a wise woman and said to her, "Please pretend to be a mourner and put on mourning garments, and do not anoint yourself with oil, but act like a woman who has been mourning for a long time for the dead. Then you shall go to the king and speak to him according to this word." And Joab put the words in her mouth. And when the woman of Tekoa spoke to the king, she fell on her face to the ground and did obeisance and said, "Save, O king." And the king said to her, "What is your trouble?" And she answered, "Truly, I am a widow, and my husband is dead. Your female servant had 2 sons, and the 2 fought with each other in the field, and there was no one to part them. The one smote the other and killed him. And see, the entire clan has risen up against your female servant and said, 'Give him who smote his brother, so that we put him to death for the life of his brother whom he killed, and destroy the heir also.' Thus they would extinguish my burning coal that is left, and leave to my husband neither name nor remnant on the earth." And the king said to the woman, "Go to your house, and let me give orders concerning you." And the woman of Tekoa said to the king, "My master, O king, let the wickedness be on me and on my father's house, and the king and his throne be guiltless." And the sovereign said, "Whoever speaks to you, bring him to me, and let him no longer touch you." And she said, "Please let the king remember the Most High, your Elohim, and the Redeemer of blood, not destroy any more, lest they destroy my son." And he said, "As the Most High lives, not one hair of your son shall fall on the ground." And the woman said, "Please let your female servant speak a word to my master the king." And he said, "Speak." The woman said, "Why have you reasoned like this against the people of Elohim? For in speaking this word, the king is as one who is guilty, in that the king does not bring his outcast one home again. For we shall certainly die and become like water spilled on the ground, which is not gathered up again. Yet Elohim does not take away a life, but shall devise ways so that his outcast ones are not cast out from him. Now I have come to speak this word to my master the king, because the people have made me afraid. Your female servant said, 'Please let me speak to the king.' It could be that the king does what his female servant asks. For the king has listened to deliver his female servant from the hand of the man seeking to destroy me and my son together from the inheritance of Elohim." Then your female servant said, "Please let the word of my master the king be comforting. For my master the king is as the messenger of Elohim in discerning the good and the evil. And the Most High, your Elohim, is with you." And the king answered and said to the woman, "Please do not hide from me the matter I'm asking you." The woman said, "Please let my master the king speak." And the king said, "Is the hand of Joab with you in all of this?" The woman answered and said, "As your being lives, my master the king, there is none to the right or to the left from all that my master the king has spoken. For your servant Joab commanded me, and he put all these words in the mouth of your female servant. Your servant Joab has done this to change the appearance of the matter. But my master is wise, according to the wisdom of a messenger of Elohim, to know all that is in the earth." The king said to Joab, "See now, you shall do this matter. Go and bring back the young man Absalom." Joab fell to the ground on his face and obeyed, and blessed the king. And Joab said, "Today your servant knows I have found favor in your eyes, my master, O sovereign, in that the king has done the word of his servant." And Joab rose up and went to Geshur and brought Absalom to Jerusalem. And the king said, "Let him return to his own house, but do not let him see my face." And Absalom went to his own house, did not see the king's face. And in all of Israel there was no one who was praised as much as Absalom for his good works. From the sole of his foot to the crown of his head, there was no blemish in him. When he cut the hair of his head, for it was at every year's end that he cut it, because he was heavy on him. When he cut it, it weighed When he cut it, he weighed the hair at 200 shekels by the king's weight. And to Absalom were born 3 sons and 1 daughter, whose name was Tamar. She was a woman of lovely appearance. Absalom dwelt in Jerusalem 2 years, and he had not seen the king's face. Absalom sent for Joab to send him to the king, but he would not come. He sent again the second time, he would not come. He said to his servant, "See, Joab's field is near mine. He has barley there. Go and light it on fire." Absalom's servants lit the field on fire. Then Joab rose and came to the house of Absalom and said to him, "Why have your servants lit my field on fire?" Absalom said to Joab, "Look, I sent to you, saying, 'Come here,' so that I send you to the king, to say, 'Why have I come from Geshur?' It was good for me while I was there. Now let me see the king's face, and if there is any wickedness in me, then he shall put me to death." Joab then went to the king and informed him, and he called for Absalom. And he came to the king and bowed himself on his face to the ground before the king. And then the king kissed Absalom.